I notice like with people, they talk about, oh, God is this, have faith, but then their life looks a certain way. They start to be in panic mode. You start to do things with them or business with them. Things start to show up or things start to go this way. It was a little normal when you did something with them and it went up or whatever. And now a side of them shows this side, because before you was talking to them, it was cordial, it was business. Y'all was chatting it up, and they start to kind of get greedy. I want this. They try to play you. You know what I'm saying? They try to find a way to kind of play you. Like, you got to pick up on it. They're not patient. You know, this person was living in survival mode, really. And that beast came out of them like, damn, I'm hungry, bro. Since they came out of you on some business stuff, they can try to play with you. Since they came to you close enough, now it's like if you're not even paying attention, this person's going to play you because they expect a mutual compensation for the thing they done for you, of course, but they don't understand things take time. Wait up. We done something great. Let me do this too, and I'm going to give this to you too. Or if this adds up too, I'll give you that. But since they're really wolves in sheep's clothing, somebody you just done business with, or whatever you done with it, they get fucking irritated. They get mad. And you start to see that this person is greedy. They're not in for the long haul. I'm not saying that you collaborate with the wrong business person. This is just a collaboration. This is somebody you was connecting with, you were talking to. They're just in survival mode, bro. It's just like when you now when you're at a certain level, right? You know, people don't understand what you would have took for you to get there. They might not understand because they're not at the level where you was in that moment where you felt it. You really felt that way. You felt that energy. Things was happening. You had that faith. You know what I'm saying? So now you're at that level now. The level you got to, you know you was going to get to it because you was working towards it. You understand how energy works and the vibration, the fabrics of life. So you started doing that. Yes, it was the work. But they're not looking at that. They're looking at the work you done like you got lucky or that. No, it's the energy that I put into this. You know? It's the energy that I put into it. It's not really the work because I can do all the work and somehow sort of doesn't work. Because my energy may be off or things are just not right. I guess God or the universe doesn't fucking like it. I had the right energy and I understood that and I waited out for long. I was patient. I just waited for this moment for me to just be aligned, and then boom, things clicked up and things started happening. Started being in the works. But they don't understand it. They're just looking at you, oh, you this and you that. Look at you. You done all this. You said all this stuff. You cheated. They're going to say all this misconception bullshit. The same shit that you done with this person, it's the same shit you kept doing. You hold still on it. You hold still. You never stop. But they think you done fucking cheated or you stole, or they're going to make up some shit because they can't believe that. Because they're fucking, it wasn't patient enough. You know? There wasn't holding on, and I'm starting to realize that. And people fall victim to their environment and their situation. I get it, you're going through certain things, but you can't let that become you. You gotta move it past this, or you control your environment until you grow past it. You utilize it, and things start to working around you where you kind of benefit from it. And now you're moving. Yeah, you're moving. You start to grow, you start to compound. And then something works. An idea. Now, boom. Look at you. You done grew. You know? Now something comes by, you're this. Because you understand frequency. You understand how energy works. But this person that got caught up, this person was a wolves in sheep's clothing. They want to talk about, oh, you this and that. They just had the good mouthpiece, bro. Talking about they believe in God or have faith. You really took that to the nail. You really had faith. That's what all it took for you was the faith. That's all you had. This person said they religious and all that. They spiritual. They have this belief. But then when shit doesn't happen or business is moving or you say this or it's like you're making this rocky move, they jump ship. They run away from you. And now when you up, they're entitled. You don't deserve shit. You left. You didn't trust this. You didn't trust in me to make this move. I trusted myself. Because it wasn't about that. It was about what happened behind that. But you so caught up on like the material because your ass is really in survival mode. And you're just a wolves in sheep's clothing. But you're not gonna be honest with me because you want to look like a nice guy in front of everybody. You're a fake piece of shit. And I should have never been cool with you. And it's fuck you. You know? And when you start to like tap in with yourself and do what you gotta do, you realize how much a lot of people do not have it. You realize how much people are really not built for this road to become better. You realize how much people they not. That's what you start to realize. People ain't really built for this shit. They not, bro. Then they want to make up things at you. They want to come out saying you done this to them. All this type of shit. They want to say that you scammed them. All this nonsense. Because you was able to stay true to yourself. And not run away. Make this move. And trust yourself and continue on. You had that energy. And look what God did for you. Look what God did to you. The meat, you know. And now they want to try to play these games. Come on, bro. You was really in survival mode. You are what you eat. So if you eat survival mode, all that in your environment, then you're gonna become that. But if you're in an environment where it's like survival mode, if there's survival mode in your ear, oh, I gotta do this, oh my goodness, survival mode, but you hold it within you, even if it's so hard, you change your words, you do this, you say this, no, I could do this, that, I could go past this is not me, I'm higher than this, you know, I can control myself, it'll be alright, I'm high, I'm gonna have faith. Eventually, your environment is gonna have to succumb to you, whether you know it or not. It's going to have no choice to. Or just get to the point where you just get away from environments and just so low that you just move beyond it. And then reality matches that. It just has no choice. That's how it works. Law of cause and effect. That's just physics. Physics has to be in your favor. It's to the point where your environment trusts you. And it's easy. Because your energy is high. You're able to think better. And you start to quantum leap. But people don't see it that way because they're full of shit and they're animals. They don't really want it, bro. They don't really trust into yourself. You start to realize that people don't trust in themselves. They're really animals. They're really living in survival mode. That's what I realized. A lot of people live in survival mode. My friend always talking about I have money, I'm a this. I tell myself, I got you, bro, or this. Or it's not like to have faith or that, but they can't help themselves. But I know not to have that mindset. And when my reality looks different, you don't wonder why. The people are surprised. It's just crazy how people are, man. When it's always just your mindset. You know? Really is. That's when you realize a lot of people who don't believe in themselves and don't have true faith. I don't care what their spiritual system is. Okay, respect it. But you start to see they don't really have it. They're flagging, bro. They were capping this whole time. People you can't just take them serious, man. You got to see their actions and what they do behind closed doors. You know? And yeah.